It's just a question of consistency. You don't need a 1-2 out of him in the biggest matchups, but you need better than what he's shown.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, let's get dialed in for map 1. We're not stabbing each other, so I imagine we're good to go now into our final best of 5 of the day. Play next AR in hand for now as he's trying to put in damage. Joe Deceives working whatever time he can. He sniffs anything, he's going to drop. So he's at 3 HP remaining. He somehow gets that kill as the nade connects.
Yes, that player was weak because that was a bullet.
Yeah, 1 bullet to the forehead. Just trying to slide across and get him out, but to follow it up, it'll be Snoopy in. Snoopy finding a big volley of kills inside around the point. Well, they're going to stop there, though. Joe Deceives able to cut him down.
Yeah, I mean, just great life right there out of Snoopy. Just finds 15 seconds, but played his life well. Dodging nades, finding kills, and now setting up his teammates. And Gammy's who we talked about. He's been playing well so far throughout Major 2 quals. He's now on 3 in a row. This rest of this time, show Boston's way on rotation. You already have Purge winning 1 versus 1 versus Joe.
I just think this Boston Breach, man, can we get some confidence? Has a good qualifier. They could just be so much more dangerous. We'll see if that will be the case. But yeah, good opening moment, or moments for Boston Breach. Now we get over to the P2. Teams go 2 for 2. Numbers over to Toronto Ultra, at least for a moment. Pressure going to be coming to Cammy. What can he do behind it? And he's going to get, what, double or triple shout, so not much going to happen. So, as I thought it was a nice little break for Ultra. Spawns in for Boston Breach. You battle back through. No one really able to get clean control.
Yeah, well, now you have it. Yeah. Right now you're able to control top middle. Yeah, those close spawns come in and they're just able to define the next wave. But on the other side, Boston Breach now, it's just a question. What do you want to do? You want to hit the time? Do you want to rotate for next? This is why Toronto Ultra wants to control the middle of the map. Big Beans. He's on up to 7 on 2 in a row, locking it down. But it looks like Snoopy does get through. Joe Deceives is trying to pick it up and does. So Ultra winning on both sides right now. Not gonna take the lead here, but a chance on this next hill.
Well, they got the position, they have the spawn. A pick from Awakening to defend the numbers, then the spawn comes in actually for Purge. He's gonna spawn behind enemy lines, and I don't know that they're gonna pick that up. They think they're deep enough inside the house, but the fact is he's by himself. He's gotta wait for the troops to rally in from the front, and as soon as Purge pounces, this could spell disaster. How many is Purge gonna be able to get? 1, 2, 1 player remaining for Ultra, and they are spawning out, and that's gotta be frustrating, because I don't think the spawn should have came in. I think it was right before the new hardpoint pop.
I mean, yeah, I would have to go back and look at it. I mean, it's just what they were keeping an eye on. I think Beans backed up and just checked it. Like they were like trying to play fail-safe, but yeah, maybe you just don't block it. It's safe, and I mean, we've seen it on maps like this, maps like Vault. I mean, you just have to play certain areas, certain spawns very safely.
It's just never going to make sense to me when you have players alive for that same team out mid-map, you know?
It's an LOS thing, I assume.
Yeah, it happens, but it's always just going to be weird to me. New Call of Duty spawns compared to what we're used to back in the day, Joe. But it's 4 straight for Snoopy. He's been putting up the numbers for this long.
Even those happened.
Yeah, it's true.
They did, right. Like, yeah. I mean, BO2, I mean, they did happen. They always have. That's why we hear in the listenings all the time. Are we blocking? Like, players know it. They know what they have to do.
It's not always the easiest to do in the moment, but Snoopy's spree, he continues. Trying to build up into a significant lead here. Beans, through fire and fury, not able to win that fight. You get the rest of this time, and lead starts to look a little bit more significant for Boston Breach. The next break opportunity here for Toronto Ultra, but it's another multi-kill. Well, a big multi from Purge. He gets out to 5 straight after Snoopy's spree comes to an end. Purge and Cammy lock it down. A perfect sequence here from Breach.
Yeah, I mean, you have just really drone this lead now, close to 60 points. And Ultra, they're not going to send it one more time. You can already see their arrows. They're going to try to lock them in towards this P4, get set up at this P1. Insight's going to be on the time. Joe's locking down Spiral Staircase, only able to find one. And Purge can turn this into a double. That's going to mess with the setup. A couple of kills right there from Purge. Now, nobody's earning time, and, well, it allows Boston Breach to get in position to contest this.
Yeah, I mean, he wins that gunfight with a sub in hand. You thought Insight had the better of that from a gun standpoint, but that's not going to be the case. Team kill through, but still hard point control. Over to Ultra. Their chance to bring it back, and well, I mean, what a better way to answer it. If he had dominated at 4th, at least if you can come into 1st and just get all that time, suddenly it doesn't look so bad, and they're doing just that. Purge's double, though, another big multi-kill for him, might be enough to start breaking into this. Team starts to collapse on it. As Snoopy gets another, you try to get these final 20 or so seconds, just trying to keep that lead you had from 4th. You don't want to throw it away when you get back to like a central hard point, which shouldn't be.
Yeah, it is, especially after that first play. It's Awakening, locking it down. You're going to find some of that scrap time as well. Keep that lead you were talked about. And yeah, you see both teams just fighting for mid-map control before really heading over. And what Boston is trying to do, it's like they kind of want, you want those close spawns, but at the same time, you want to get pushed up towards ammo. You see number 5 in Purge. He's just going to wait on a timing. As soon as that gunfight starts, he's going to hit the zip line and make the play.
Bro, I'll tell you what, I learned a valuable lesson today. I'm never eating an entire crumble cookie right before I cast ever again.
Yeah, another planet.
It was delicious, but bro, those things are huge, and I'm all over the place, I swear. But it's Snoopy with a nice little double lead building up. 70 now is Boston Breach. Now trying to get spawns again. Is Boston Breach fighting through for time, fighting through for spawns. Snoopy hitting them all, 7 straight for him. Looking for 8, but double chowed. It's been a game of sprees. Him and Purge have had some, and as much as we were talking about the sub-duo on Ultra needing to have some big moments, it has been the sub-duo of Breach.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, when they've had those sprees, they've turned it into time, right? I mean, from the P4 forward, this has been all Boston Breach, just maintaining the lead, controlling the map. Looks like one player is trying to break down through. That's going to be Joe. He may have the help of Kleenex if he can buy enough time. Don't think that's going to happen. So Kleenex just going to get one and just play his wait for his teammates off spawn.
And they definitely had somebody playing deeper than Ultra did. Not everyone kind of grouped up around house to make sure that spawn didn't happen like we saw the first set through. They deal with it a bit better, but the break is ultimately there for Ultra. Just how much of this can they actually rally? Awakening was the one kind of like slow starter from Boston Breach. He's trying to make his impact known. Purge weak out front. He's going to think about a different angle right now, but Breacher up 70, completely in control. They've been great at the P4. Let's see if they can do it again. Let's get to the comms now. Boston Breach.
Just kill the alpha. Nice, good shit. Good time, boys. I'm top right, bro. Inside top, boys.
Yeah, P1 on me. P1 on me.
Still got top broken. Yeah, inside. You could have dropped
Yeah,
down.
you over. I don't see P1 anymore. You could have backed up grandma.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to
grandma. Spiral, boys.
Alright,
I'm sitting out big door. Because someone shot big door.
Yeah, from the ground. I'm waiting.
Now we should wait for Joe. Backside. Big door, one shot, Joe. He's push spiral, boys.
I hear you.
Okay. Wasn't my broken on us.
Good job.
I don't see any Spar there. I'm stunning Spar.
He's
over. Yeah, look, quick, bro.
Nice, good shit. I'm on spiral, boys. One spiral.
You come shot for me, Joe.
I'm just holding this, boys. Okay, you're gonna have to go big door.
Yeah.
One spiral still.
What's up,
Inside, Teddy, that's
one's backside.
Hey, tell me, don't tell me, bro. Low, 2 on top.
What's on your
Right
Right to new inside. Weak.
Spiral weak. He's weak in tools, like outside the P3.
I'm gonna go punch first, yeah.
My hand's on.
Yeah,
he was on
I've got pinches left. I've got this guy pinches left. He's pinches left. One shot. One shot. P4 beats. Last guy P4.
Yeah, I'm looking pitch on CM pitch. I have no trophy, by the way, bro.
Okay, I don't have to be there.
I'm holding left.
I got that right from one shot.
Could be left on my place.
One's bottom grandma's. Bottom grandma's. You might run out the front door.
Well, listen, I thought the comms are mostly solid, but it's crazy after hearing like the Royal Ravens how much even more frantic just that sounds.
Yeah, that was pretty calm.
And that was, no, honestly, it was compared to some, but that even seemed crazy compared to Royal Ravens. Like, theirs are chill, bro.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I mean, Snoopy makes the play again. He goes on another spree, breaks P1 Ultra. They won that P4, they had a ton of time, cut the lead to around 20 or so. Joe DeCease was going on a spree. It just felt like the momentum was shifting their way, but Snoopy, he's up to 30 now. Again, just at that P1, able to make the play and set his team up for success.
Yeah, I mean, they had to flip it on its head, right? They dominated the P4 last time. Ultra then did a really good job at P1 until about 20 seconds left. This time, Breach had to do the same. They get it done early in that P1 behind a big multi-kill from Snoopy. This is like his 4th or 5th spree, I swear, on this game. He's on 4 straight. He has been getting it done in big streaks, closing it out on a 5, not a 6 player in sight. 250 hit first for Boston Breach. They go up 1-0. And a nice game, and Snoopy, I mean, he's cheesing. He knows he had himself a map, but really just like the body language and energy I'm seeing out of these guys really from the get-go when we first got to the cameras. Like, it just seems like, I don't know, they're having fun. There's a trust in each other. It's fun to see. They're vibing. That's
yeah,
good.
I mean, they're just a very close, tight-knit group. I mean, we've talked about it really all year. I think both of these sides are, to me, both of these teams kind of have a very similar story.
Okay.
Like, there's just
you got the land and it kind of fell apart. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think everyone's just going to kind of say, like, these guys, middle of the pack, we're waiting for big wins, and big wins on land.
Yeah. Just based on Qualifier 1, since they both had pretty successful debuts, it's like, you don't really care what they do here in the Qualifier. It's like, I need to see it happen to land. That's where you're at. So like, no matter 100%. What happens over these few weeks, you need to see it to land. That's fair. That is fair, though. Just
maybe the minor, like, maybe.
They both went and got double bopped out, right? Like, it's just, it can be tough. Land can be a different animal. And a big part of it, the disruption, just, I mean, Heretics obviously makes that run. Carolina, after sliding, gets to a top 4. And that's probably the spots you're thinking these two teams have potential to battle to, is that like 3-4 spot. And not how it goes. And sometimes you just don't know. Is it like, did a team get hot over the course of a weekend? Listen, we've been casting COD a long time. You competed for a long time. Sometimes it could be a bad to okay team that gets hot on a weekend and makes a run.
Well, at Miami, I think that was a bit of a fairy tale, as we like to say.
It was. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but that was like a fairy tale.
No, I just like the sort of, we're in Spain, the first Spanish tournament. It just felt like stars aligned for them.
Do I think they're going to be top 3 all year? I sure as hell do not. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just don't think that. I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, and the other side for Carolina, you start to win some of those game 5s, get their gameplay starting going. But yeah, it feels like these teams could be inserted right to where those spots are.
Yeah.
But I mean, Breach, yeah, I mean, so it gets down to 10 points, and then, yeah, you get this triple from Snoopy that flips the map. And that's really it. That's the game. I mean, both these teams did a really good job. When they found, like, multi-kills and sprees, they turn it into a ton of time.
Yeah, and that's what they will be critical of teams sometimes. Individual players, you're getting lots of kills, but it's just not actually leading to objective time. Here, you saw the kills turning into objective time, and while you're all smiles for Boston Breach, Ultra, Kleenex, frustrated after that first one. But look at the flat line there in the final 2 hard points. I mean, basically, you said from that flip from Snoopy, they just take over and shut it down.
Is that what you wanted? Did they do it?
No, the P1 has to go over one, so it's on the far left, Joe.
I see.
So that way, yeah, you're reading the time after you read the P1. They're gonna get it next weekend. I'm telling you, or tomorrow.
I believe you. I honestly, I'm just so used to this now.
I don't. It hurts my brain every single time. I swear to God. I've screwed up talking about that graphic so many times because I just always think if I see P1, what's after that marker is what happened. It's just, I don't know, that's how I read, dude. Like left to right.
Right. I gotcha.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me being weird. I'm a freaky guy, Joe.
I'm just used to it now. Yeah, sure.
You ever seen moves like that?
No. Is that you getting the crumble out?
Dude.
Yeah, struggling over there.
I'm slumped after that thing.
You
it
got
was
a new
huge.
headset that's just like constricting your head.
Oh, no, that too. The change in headset, because apparently there's some sort of like clicking sound happening with mine. I don't know, hopefully it's better now for those watching. You hope it's not better and still clicking for people?
Hopefully it's like...
Yeah, but I feel my brain's being squeezed, dude. Like it's being pressured. My ears are very hot, Joe. I want to cast like this, honestly. Is this okay?
Yeah, that works.
I was told it is better, at least for the audio people at home. Okay, so my brain's getting suffocated
probably all
for
like
you at home.
You probably got cake in the box last.
Oh, I ruined the one headset.
Yeah. Oh, he did. That's
yes. No, I ruined that because I covered it with cake, Joe.
Oh, you got it. So that's what it was. We apologize.
I don't think it was my fault.
No, it was.
It was the cake's fault.
No.
And Allie's fault. She put cake on my face, Joe.
That's a good point.
Inside's getting hydrated. You at home should too. Stay hydrated. It's important. You know, there's a lot of people out there who don't drink enough water, and if you don't, you'll die eventually. You have to drink water. So just think about that. Look, Snoopy, he's hitting it too. Guys, stay hydrated at home. Water's important. You can't live on just drinking juice and soda. Or as Joe would say, pop. You say pop, don't you?
I mean, I do, but
yeah, it's weird.
Normally when I go out, I say soda, though.
Okay, well, that's respectful, because that's right.
Okay, sure.
Cammy, S&T.
Not making this into a thing. You're making it into a thing. I didn't say anything.
S&D for Cammy, Major 2 quals. First overall, and yeah, I mean, he went out on a frustrating one, right? It was like a goose or a 1-kill one when you get knocked out of the tournament. He was pissed. He's been doing well so far. It's a small body of work, but
An opening win duel percentage, what, 80%? That's.
I'm waiting for like Cammy's redemption arcs or like TJ's.
Yeah, we've been
like,
talking about it for a couple of years.
Yeah, well, so we did too with TJ, didn't we?
That's a good point.
That's true.
We never gave up hope.
We never gave up hope, but now TJ's back. And Cammy one day is too, Joe. And no, he hasn't been playing like that bad right now. It's just like, I want him to get back to being God. Cammy started off with the opening win. Get the first blood, get some tags in. It's ever since sensitivity training. Unbelievable.
That is another first blood, though.
No. See what they can do with this 4v3. For now, they kind of grouped up back towards spawn.
Didn't he go crazy after that sensitivity training? Wasn't that the joke?
Yeah,
I think that was.
That's so long ago. The lone guy here was Kleenex. The first to help will be Beans. Kleenex hoping to get one and stay up, but they might just push it out and isolate him. That's what they're trying to do. Beans,
they're flying behind Purge. Purge is saying, guys, follow me. We're going.
Yeah, they caught Beans and pushed it out. We'll see that happen sometimes. You win the site, you just push through.
Nah, but this guy's playing, Johnny. That was crazy. He was hitting some slides.
Yeah.
He said, follow me.
Yeah. I am your leader.
Yeah, no.
It's like Braveheart, bro. This guy's Mel Gibson.
Seriously, he's doing flips. Look at this dude.
Tell you what, Cammy gets the first to make the push possible, but Purge sealing the deal there late. You like to see the confidence he's playing with, considering some of the...
Just decisive, right? I mean, again, just sort of in the 4 versus 3s, what are we doing? How are we playing this bomb site? We're not going to plan it. We're going to fly through it.
That was probably the single biggest criticism of last year. Sometimes in Search, like, remember that big round 11 on Invasion where he was just indecisive? He's like laid down. He's like... It's either like get to the car or back up or do something. He was just like indecisive. I think specific moments where he got criticized were just not like either hit it or don't. He would just like, get caught in the middle. I feel like he's way more decisive this year. And just a confidence thing, a teammate trust thing, whatever it is, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, well, he brings it back. I mean, great shots from Beans on the Cammy for that first blood. But Purge just says, I got your back. So it's going to be a 3 versus 3. And they have the pretty good read. You see Snoopy starting to creep on up middle of the map.
Why can't I picture that round 11 perfectly?
I have no idea.
You don't remember that one where he's like laid down, bro, and got gunned? Well, someone out there remembers it. And Joe Deceives, well, he's taking over this round. Snoopy, last guy up, hopped his POV real quick. It's not going to be long that we're on it, though.
We watch so many games and maps and rounds.
I don't know. Some rounds just stick with me, bro.
No, I mean, for sure, but normally it's like the big rounds. Like,
it was a big round. It was round 11, dude. I told you, I have a photographic memory, but just with specific things.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then I'll forget everything, so it's not actually photographic, but randomly with some things. I don't know. Joe Deceives with the double. That seals it. Ultra Camp. Looking to lock it back in. Try to get the vibes back on point because they're against the Vibe Squad.
I like that.
Yeah. Boston Breach. Well, I mean, God, after last year, anything's a vibe. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
What was the S&D loss stretch last year? Like 12 or something?
To talk about it.
We cast like every one of them. Whew. No, you remind people of the bad days so you can appreciate the good days, Joe. That's how life works. Snoopy, though, looking to pounce like a cat. Wow. Able to pounce. Beans technically gets the first blood. Snoopy there right after it.
That was like a panther.
Yeah, I mean, cats come in all sorts of sizes, Joe.
Oh, I mean, it is a cat.
You got a little kitten, yeah, you got a panther, bro. Or even like a lion or a tiger.
Jaguar.
Or jaguar. That's a good one.
Cheetah.
Cheetah. There's lots of cats, Joe. I don't want to call myself a cat expert, but I'm familiar with cats. Never had a cat, really, but... Honestly, I'm a dog guy. I hate cats. I don't... Oh, you know Mike Tyson, the fact that he had a pet tiger, that's wild. Yeah, I don't know. If I get rich enough, maybe I'll get a tiger. That's when you know you're just cool.
I can see it.
That's when you know you're cool as shit, bro. Ugh. First blood for Kleenex. It's a close one, though. Cammy's been the first blood of the first death, basically, in every round.
Hello. Oh, he just was not back to 100 HP.
He was not. Try to say hello, but can't say hello if you're dead. Nice little slide and shout from Joe Deceives. Bring it back to 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, once these two teams are ready to go, they are going, right? I mean, they just have a great read on the round. Both teams just trying to trade. Well, it comes down to a 1 versus 1, but I think Purge is weak. He's out of ammo. Joe's in a much better position, able to win the round.
First Bloods deciding it so far. As we continue to go back and forth in Ultra, yeah, a team that started so good in Search, just trying to get back into that search and destroy form. I mean, it's been true. I mean, a lot of back and forth with team in Search this year, just due to the simplicity kind of some of the maps, but you got to try to stay on top, mix up your hits, mix up your tempo. Purge is 6 and 2, spotting for info. And Snoopy, he's like from cat to earthworm. And I'll be honest, I don't know how to do an earthworm sound if he pounces, Joe.
I don't either.
No idea. They probably make sound, it's just so quiet. I don't know what it sounds like.
I think cats do lay down. Like,
oh, I guess he could be a cat lying down too. That's a better way to think about it, I guess, Joe. God, that's why we have you here. You're the smart one. Kleenex looking for the opener. Some tickles in, but can't get the kill. Then sliding back, now the wall bangs through. Kleenex from a freebie into a pickle. Snoopy just sends it all the way to the opposite side of the stage. We've got chaos.
Dude, that's what I mean. When these guys are brawling, they're brawling. It's a heavyweight bout.
Well, suddenly it's Cammy. The one left up to throw a punch from Breach. He's got the info on one. Up the ladder he goes. Oh, well, unfortunately, Beans, he's got it. Back to back for Ultra, back in front.
Yeah, and I think it's just it's the sub players. I mean, you see it. Once like Snoopy and Purge are ready to go, they're flying.
Yeah, no, they are. Like, he got tagged up in the corner. He was trapped. Like, good job staying alive with the slide. Next thing you know, he's hopping off the other side of the stage.
Yeah, this was like a scary situation, but then just stays patient, trusts his teammates, and knows that Inside has his back. He always does. Purge tried to get there for the trade, but I mean, there's just so many members here from Ultra. They have the numbers advantage.
I mean, the fact that goes from like, yeah, from Kleenex maybe getting an easy first blood to, oh my God, I might get caught now, to turning into 2. Yeah, it's a very fast earthworm. Oh, Lordy. Insight still looking for the first, but the rest of the boys have got him the backpack. And Purge has been the hot hand on the other side. Purge, though, is gone as Kleenex starts to find some rhythm to his gameplay. Now it's on the other 3 who haven't been able to do much. I mean, Cammy got the first blood in that opening round, and then he has just disappeared.
Yeah, the Awakening's trying to do something, but ends up getting caught, so... Yeah, once Purge gets down, I mean, they just have no info. You're hoping it's a B hit, and then maybe Awakening can hit the flank, but I'm not really sure what he's trying to do.
Hold up a second. Cammy gets his second. 2-on-3 retake. They get another clean pick. This becomes real interesting, but Beans has been tucked away, and what a great job there. Patience in the pounce. All on Cammy again in a tough spot. Not going to be able to find anything. Ultra rocking, rolling 3 straight.
Yeah, it almost just feels like the pace that Boston's trying to play with. I mean, now they're just getting caught. So their numbers are dwindling early.
What do you do? Just slow it down?
Yeah,
put the clamps on a little bit?
Ultra's reading the map well. They're playing it. Yeah, they're playing it very well, and they're just finding those early numbers.
You harness your inner like slasher. Let's play for a pick.
I mean, on a defense, like a red card, like, yeah, you probably do.
Let's play for a pick.
Yeah.
That's what they got to do, Joe.
It works.
Listen to Slasher. Ward to Slasher. Let's see if they can slow it down or if they continue to send it. I mean, just look at the streak from Ultra. It kind of tells the story. They're on 3 straight rounds. You have 3 in a row from Beans and Joe Deceives, 4 from Kleenex. Inside. Poor Inside still on the goose. Cammy is first blood or he's first death. This time he gets a first blood. Insta trade in though. Snoopy popping and weaving, loses his teammate though. Now it's a real tough spot. Not able to take it. The aggressive play gets shut down again. 5 threes up for Joe Deceives and Kleenex. Awakening by himself, trying to clutch 1v3. They've been in big holes numbers wise.
Yeah, Awakening trying to do what he can, but yeah, I mean, you're just hoping that Purge and Snoopy. I mean, we see what happens when it goes well, but it's kind of just been the opposite. They're not even finding trades. So instead, it's just, yeah, Awakening left in a 1 versus 3.
And this is the Search and Destroy we kind of expected from Ultra early on. Like, their protocol looked good, red card at times, but when they were dominating, they were dominating. Good to see it back, at least over this stretch. But still need another round. But yeah, they didn't just play for a pick. Tough on. Well, I mean, you can still do it on offense, but we'll see if they slow down a little bit here on defense, maybe. But I think for the great search teams, I mean, it's just a bit of everything, right? Like, just from a pace thing. The ability to hit things quick, ability to play for a pick, keep teams guessing, able to work both bomb sites, unless it's vault.
And we promised one day. Yeah, I didn't know like Insight was on the juice because the scoreboard was messing up. We promised one day it'll be fixed.
Oh, the scoreboard. I think we'll have the technology roughly around 2030.
Yeah, I think Miles is trying to learn how to code.
Yeah.
Trying to figure that one out.
So ooh! Little snapper and Ultra. Take it, and there we go. Now the smiles roll this. Okay, well, smiles from Insight. He's like, thanks, boys. I had one. But it was pretty okay for Breach early, at least. They were having a little back and forth affair. Then it's a takeover, and that is clean. Little backslide and snap like that. That's good looking there from Beans. You can critique our crumble order any day when you're making plays like that. We're now tied up 1-1, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I think just obviously great stuff right there from Toronto Ultra, but just on the other side, I was going to say, it just felt like Boston Breach were trying to get done with this map. Like the way that they were playing, the pace they were playing with. It worked a couple of early rounds, but they tried to keep it up. Just didn't work. I was going to say, normally Red Card is a lot of slow mid rounds, trying to find a first blood. Maybe you get some retakes. We had like none of that. No, you see total game time 6 minutes. That's pretty quick for a search.
No, they were a one trick. It was hit it and it works, or hit it and it doesn't work. Purge found some success. Everybody else, that is not the case. But a good looking final kill there from Beans. Yeah, Insight kind of in the back path there. That one, you saw him kind of laughing it up, but the other three stepping up in a big way. And yeah, I mean, Cammy after that first blood just got kind of shut down. They got first pick so often. They have to get better in that department, but sometimes it happens when you want to play that type of pace. But to break things down, Desk, how are you?
Good.
Woo!
Real good.
1-1 split. Toronto looks better at search. What happened?
What happened? Well, they're just the better search and destroy team. Another red card that we have to spawn on to from side Toronto Ultra. Just a great defense over towards that B side. I mean, they completely shut that bomb site down, which takes away so much from the side of Boston Breach. And then also, you go back to that round 4. I mean, just an insane defense from Toronto Ultra to make sure that they win 2 rounds back to back to take that lead. Good stuff from the Ultra boys.
Allie, I know you were waiting for the highlights, and don't you
I
wait
was.
any longer. Here they come. Cammy on our screen once again. We're expecting Boston to keep rolling. And a nice start showing you in the green room for your Toronto pick. Your team's pretty good.
They're pretty good, especially when you give them a first blood. They're top 3 when it comes to conversion in the league. So you give them a first blood, and they're going to put them on the board. And from the side of Boston Breach, like I said, that one offensive round where they went like really slow towards stage is kind of where the big change was for me. Because at that point, we were trading attacks, and then Toronto Ultra just played their defense really patient and really well. They didn't let kind of the clock running down force them to make any mistakes or make any rotation, which allowed them, we're watching it right now, to get that first blood defense stage and not allow Boston Breach to get that bomb.
Yeah, that round was a bit odd, right? He just gets shot in the back, this guy bottom stage, and you know, Joe Grumpy gets some weird maps. They had a map where there's no ticks till the final round. He had this map where there's 2 bomb plants in the entire map, right? So it's kind of a weird red card, super aggressive in majority of the rounds, and you know, just giving up that first blood. He gave up 5 of them. It's going to be very tough to win the map if you're Boston Breach. But like I said, Chris, we're not up at 1-1 right now. Both these teams kind of in the same, like I would put them in the same area, like top 6, more closer to 6 than they are 1 for sure. But I think Boston still have a good chance in the respawns in this.
TJ or Purge in search and destroy?
Take Tej.
All right, fine.
Take Tej.
TJ.
Oh man, all right, it's time to take a look at the hard point and what was going down. And I know you're drawing some conclusions.
Let's do it. Yeah, we had some really, really nice P2s. We're going to talk about the closing out here from Boston Breach and how strategically they're actually playing it very well. So you see they have control here of P1. We're getting ready to rotate. And you can see right here, this is Awakening. He's just going to apply some pressure here, just get information, see if somebody's going to be trying to get early or try to flip them out and go around, right? Because typically you want that side of the map on this hill. You're going to get Purge. He's going to push through and just try to pinch to alleviate some pressure. Somebody's holding old. And then you have 7 and getting ready to fill in for anybody pushing up if Awakening dies, right? So we'll jump back into the mini-map and talk about how this plays out and just how coordinated they are. So they're finding kills mid. You got Giga getting information here on rotation. He's reloading. He ends up dying. So now it's like, all right, how are we going to approach this rotation? You see 5, that's Purge. He's going to push on through, be the playmaker while everybody else is holding down the lanes. Snoopy's finding some information over towards time. Purge has to be the guy that goes in and starts this initial push, distracts them, doesn't get a kill, but his presence alone finds that information, and then they end up getting all the kills. Cammy turns around to watch that pinch. As soon as his teammate spawns an Awakening, he knows nobody's behind them. They can redirect their attention towards the back and get mid-statue control. And this is where Snoopy thrives. This is when this team's going to find their most success. They know everybody's hitting over towards front time, going to redirect his attention. A full health Snoopy, fighting 2 people 1 shot, going to find a 2-piece. Perfectly played by Boston to close out this P2.
And also shout out Snoopy. He's had a really good first 2 maps in this series. I mean, what it felt like to me was the reason they won that map number 1. Obviously, 30, 19 kills aren't everything, but it sure helps.
Strong start for Boston, but then you saw Toronto take search and destroy. Coming up, we have control. Vault is the map. We've seen a lot of vault control throughout our first major qualifier. Who's got the edge numbers-wise?
I have to go towards Boston Breach in this. Toronto Ultra is still bottom 2 attacking team right now when it comes to control. They've got a little bit of tweaking to do in there, and Boston, when it comes to the respawns, they've been unreal.
Most kills in the lobby, Ant.
Ooh, most kills in the lobby. Giga.
Giga?
Yeah, most kills in the lobby. I will say, though, the control in this series to me is the most interesting map because both of them have been very mid at that game mode. Like 50-50, so this vault could very well determine who takes this series. Looking for progression on both sides.
On behalf of Nameless and all Boston Breach fans, please put the camera on Gigawake to start this game, Avon.
Yeah, Fike, put on Giga.
I don't know if Giga's had the most kills once this
You're
year.
hating, bro. You have never had the most kills.
I don't know if Giga's led the lobby once this year.
I'm
sure he has.
I don't know. It's a Maven stat. I don't think he's led it once.
Well, maybe he's saying this is the map.
Okay, here we go. Let's go, Giga.
I mean, listen, Vault, that's a tough one, though. Like, I mean, you think your sub's going to go crazy here. Snoopy or Purge, maybe on the other side, Kleenex, Joe. But he's trusting his guy.
Yeah, Giga's the ultimate player.
Look at him.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's locked. He's locked. He's going 20 and 28.
Yeah, and this is what the Des was talking about. This is probably the game mode that both of these teams have been pretty bad at. I mean, considering where they are in the standings, their control's not been good.
No, it's just their hard point's been good enough at times. The search has been clicking like early for Ultra, but yeah, the control, your kind of swing mode has not been solid for either. Definitely a focus point here over Qualifier 2 to try and improve, but we get to battle on Volt. Obviously, early in the year, we saw all Vault. It's expanded quite a bit. We got the shift over to Protocol, and Hacienda came into the mix, but what was it? It was like 18 straight or something to start,
a lot of
Vaults. It was so many, but a lot more variety now. Straight over to Giga. He's just cooking. About to eat lunch out here on this patio.
Oh, now he's moving. He's just trying to lock down the street. He's picking up pinches as well. It's just a different awakening.
All right.
Nice little repositioning.
I like that.
He's on the board.
There we go. We'll see if he can keep it going, but that was all thanks to Ant. So if you did want to see that POV, you can let Ant know on social media. It's @Nameless. Purge now having a nice map too, despite his team struggles. Thought he had the kill there. Probably just needs another bullet and finishes that off. Not able to finesse around the vehicle as he drops. No progress really on the zones. They touch B for a moment, but that's going to be about it.
Joe's lurking though. I mean, they have no idea where Joe Deceives is, and yeah, he's going to find one. He's going to find 2 with the help of Insight, and now you just start thinking about the time. You're going to have to start to work that 8 points. Awakening not able to hit those shots. It happens.
He wasn't able to at all, Joe. Purge not able to hit the route either. Good reads here by Ultra. 30 seconds to go. Defense has been good. You still have a forward man in Joe Deceives. He's been on this stretch, really making the plays at mid, and now almost, dude. I thought he was going to get 2 out towards their spawn, and that might just seal the round. Cammy trying to buy his team time. 1 gets away in the hole. Just waiting on this pop never happens. That's just good bait by the player that kind of peeks, hits the hole. You kind of have him locked and focused on it, and the rest of the team able to retake. Now the lone guy will be Purged. They're trying to survive here for the minute extension.
Yeah, the problem now is you're down 6 lives, 15 seconds left, and while Kleenex starting to go crazy, up to 6-1, hitting some unreal shots on multiple players of Boston Breach. And now you're going to just back it up a little bit, play conservative, play your power positions if you are Ultra. So what does Breach have to do? They have to at least just touch a point. They get on towards B off spawn. That's going to be Purged, but he's the lone man. His teammates getting taken down. It's going to take a miracle. Not going to happen. And well, Ultra with a clean round 1 on defense.
That was great. Ended up 11 lives or whatever it was. Really solid stuff there defensively. Maybe we're in for another. Oh, wow, dude, that last one we casted, just the Hacienda was insanely defensive sided. Maybe we'll get another one here. But Kleenex, great round out of him, 7-1. He really ended up 7-1 in that? He had 1 death, really?
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was playing well, but I didn't actually look at the death. Hell of a round there.
Dude, every time it comes up now, like when we cast Ultra, I have to look at their calling card. Because it is just a squirrel throwing a nut.
Don't get me started on this, Joe.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way.
It's just we have like the Vos, like Miles is doing like the Codley packs. I can't wait till he does that one.
I just can't be expected to remain professional when I'm talking about a squirrel and a nut, Joe. So we'll just leave it there. That's not even my fault. I've been baited by the CDL. Beans sub in hand. Nice little centering and snap. Okay, well, Cammy, though, takes damage, I think, from Beans and still able to snap onto the second onto Kleenex. So nice there from Cammy. Their defense looking to hold strong. Early advantage. Joe Deceives wants to get back to work on the aggressive side of things. Did such a good job on the defensive end. Teammate drops. He tries to slide in. Timing a little bit awkward. And this has been, wow. This has been great defensively so far for Breach.
And similar to map 1, I mean, the multi-kills have been the difference, honestly, for both sides. Ultra did it in round number 1. Breach doing it. It was Cammy. Now this time it's been Purge locking it down. Beans trying to take a bit of a long route in a 1v1 versus Awakening. He's going to get a little bit of help, though, from Purge. As, yeah, I mean, just nobody really able to work any progress. Maybe behind Kleenex, though. Ultra can get onto this point.
Oh. Just doesn't spot him. I thought he was still going to sneak away with one, which would have been unreal, but the second bit of progress is done. Clipping heads is in sight. Joe Deceives wins that. You still have a decent amount of pressure here on the point, but as he drops, it starts to fall apart. Now sub 30 seconds to go. Kleenex right back to work. Snoopy right back to shutting it down. Beans saw sub out for a good bit. Now just pulls out the AR, trying to get it done with that, but not going to happen because Awakening's up in your face. He's got sub in hand. Kleenex make the play. Well, looks right. Fortunately for him, he's got 1 on his left. You still have 3 players here. A chance to fight for this, but you hope it'll be clean. Nade's going to hit to finish off Cammy. There's the minute secured. You're down 3 lives, though. This is still going to be so tough to get done, but at least you have an advantage for defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's just really it. Yeah, I mean, when you talk about it, you have more ticks, more objective work, but, I mean, still a minute to work with. We'll see what you can do. 8 lives remaining. It's only a 4 life, now 3 life advantage. Just have to have someone individually go a little crazy, and well, not happening so far.
Yeah, they knew, like, Inside knew Purge, like, got away. Dude, that had to be, he saw one dive out, new one got pulled. When they killed Cammy, he's like, that's not the player I saw. Like, we're still missing Purge. Purge gets into underground, ends up walking away with 2. Nice little play from Purge as he's leading the way with 13. We'll see if they'll make any progress on B. Got a body here in Kleenex, but oh, okay. I didn't think he was taking that fight, but he's able to do it. Nice shots from him, but with only 3 up, you got no respawns left. They have to be absolutely nutty. Kleenex still trying to do it all, but he is in between everybody, it feels like. But hold on a second.
Can you get 1?
Will they get the 1 tick?
They got it.
They got it, yep.
Could be the difference for a round 5 defense.
It might be. I mean, they didn't really have a chance to win the round, but just some, well, maybe they had a chance, but some progress at least.
It's the small victories in life.
Yeah, that's true, Joe. Gotta look to the small victories. But defense is getting it done. Now, we'll see if Boston Breach and we'll really get anything done on offense. Stop pointing at the calling card, Joe.
Sorry.
Stop it. It is wild. It's wild, though.
Looks cool.
It does look cool.
Just always notice it now.
Yeah, I can't take that one back. That squirrel is twisted.
I don't think I look at any other ones. I really don't.
That one just jumps out because it's literally a nut headshot, Joe. 14 and 10 from Purge. Trying to get more going behind it, but it's a Cammy double, an inside double, nearly They have that one-on-one there, but neither are able to take the fight. The streak will end for Cammy. It's Insight that's going to get the last laugh over that stretch. It's Insight after a rough map too. Well, they got the map win. He's like, boys, I got you in the next one. He's doing a good job bouncing back.
Yeah, I mean, just locked in 17-9 right now, having a great map. Just had that big triple, and Ultra, their defense has been fantastic throughout this map. I mean, you've just seen they have given Boston Breach absolutely nothing.
Well, it's just one of those, like, it's going to be this battle at A over and over and over again. Like, just avoid, like, the big 3 or 4 down. And, I mean, you're going to be able to reinforce it quickly. It's harder for the offensive team. And they've been able to do a really good job of that. Yeah, they've been staggered a little bit, but never, like, that full-on stagger.
Yeah, this is, like, the one map, though, in A, because I mean, there's just, like, a pushed-up spawn for the offense. You can just, like, spawn at the door.
No, true.
Where numbers can get a little bit wild, but yeah, I mean, they're just taking longer routes. They're staying alive, and I think that's the key here. It's like players like Kleenex, right? He only died one time that first defensive round. They're finding their spots, and they're just being annoying. They're not overstepping.
It's a good way to put it, like, not overstepping, and sometimes that, like, overstep is why you get in that 3-4 down position and things start to fall apart. Okay, well, this is, like, really that first time they've really been in this spot. Like, 3-4 dead coming off spawn, and they didn't get 2 or 3 kills as well, right? They didn't get any, so you're able to stack this. You should have the extension.
Really? They time it so well.
Oh my God. That timing is sick from Ultra. It is a centimeter from being the minute extension, but good patience and good pop there from Joe Deceives. And yeah, he knows. He's like, I got away with one there.
Yeah, he just pops up, gets one, and then goes for the contest. Gets onto the point. And well, I mean, yeah, just finding that one player, that's the difference of the round being over.
I thought Breach had that. Thought they had it. They went from 3 alive on the point, needing a centimeter, to all dead. And a big part of that is Joe Deceives' 4 streak at the end of it.
I feel like somebody there has got to play whack-a-mole, right?
Yeah, right? Just whack him in his forehead. Maybe the squirrel will get it done. But now, what, 4-2 in ticks? Joe Deceives trying to keep the streak going. Well, at least gonna stay alive for now. They gotta deal with him though. You can see people tracking back to try to. The timing's insane. Joe Deceives, he's got 9 lives apparently. Now finally he's going to fall, but it took the full roster really to eliminate him. You hope that it buys some space for your teammates to get forward and get to better positions, and maybe it did just that. You at least have a presence out mid.
Yeah, we're trying to back to like a 50-50 map. I mean, maybe, you know, you have multiple players on this A point. Nice stuns from the Boston side, and well, Awakening able to find 2. He's got 17 right now. He turns it into a triple. Insane shots out of Awakening. He pulls out that 3rd sub, starts to get aggressive, and well, he just turned the map for his team.
Absolutely did. Insight's POV, at least though for now. Seeing what he can find. Lots of tags in, not able to finish it. No teammate there to close it out either. Defense has been much better this time from Boston Breach. 5 life advantage. No progress yet. Well, outside of the first tick. Insight has to hop on it. They have a 2-stack here for a second, but they're getting pinched out on both sides, trying to pick them both up. Awakening able to pop out. Him and Snoopy will drop 2. Beans, though, is on the other side of it, stopping the clock on B. That timing is disgusting as he gives up the doorway push. It comes through. Able to rally right back onto A, though. Joe Deceives, he had a heroic play. The tail end of the defense, not able to do it here offensively.
I mean, he snaps with just some tough shots and a great slide from Snoopy there. He ends this round on 6 in a row, but yeah, I think Awakening pulling out another sub, like, you just felt his impact immediately. Took some big gunfights, gave his team map control, and well, we head to a round 5.
Get to round 5. And it should be Ultra, yeah, for the defense?
I believe so, yeah.
Wait, hold up. Oh, it's going to be so close. I said 20 and 28. He's 20 and 23. It's not possible. You have to go with 5 this round. Shoot. Thought I really had something cooking there, Joe.
That's all right.
Yeah. Sometimes they say stuff like that, then it happens, and I'm like, I can see the future.
You just got to have it like once it happened one time.
Yeah, no, I'm wrong 40 times, but you get it right once, and people think you're psychic. Okay. 5th round. Series tied 1-1. defense for Ultra. That shutout round. And that one successful offense really ended up being everything. 7 streak for Snoopy, now up to 8. They're putting the best pressure they have in the opening moments of an offense right now.
Yeah, I love that play from Snoopy. Maybe in years past he would over-chow, but backs down, plays with this team. And there we go. Okay. They still have control A, still pausing the clock. Purge with some great reads. It's one SMG in Snoopy, it's another in Purge.
And what happens sometimes, Joe, when it's all defense?
That's the COD law.
COD law, round 5, the offense gets it done. I mean, Vault, it's a tough one, but we'll see if they can do it. So far, so good. I mean, it's the best opening we've seen, and sometimes that's all it takes. 5 life advantage with the swiftness. A point done so efficiently. But now the hard part. They're trying to track back and deal with Beans, able to do that pretty quickly. And what's the single most important thing for Breach now is they try to set up for B.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's can number 5 get on through, but no, that's not going to happen. Honestly, for Vault's success, what we've seen, I think it's really changed throughout the year. There's been a lot of pressure sort of through the pinch. But recently, it's just been, can you flood through the street and just get bottom arc control?
Yes, and then spawn them out opposite side. Like kind of where you saw number 5 going for. Like in an ideal world, the push isn't from there. I mean, maybe the pinch starts from there, but you get art side control, you spawn them out deep, so it's like, it's hard to break back in. You have to hit some insane nades. Even the nade angle could be tough.
Yeah, but step 1 for them right now is to get number 1 and number 4, maybe out of those positions. They have to deal with Kleenex so they get closer spawns. You don't want to spawn up poolside. It takes a lot of time off the clock, and well, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, hold up. He's 2026. Hold up.
We still got a lot of round left.
Yeah, you're right. 2028 is impossible. I was close, though. Snoopy, a chance, though, for that art side control. And him just being here is what spawns 3 out a little bit deeper. Unfortunately, he gets sniffed out. You know something's up probably due to inside spawn. They deal with Cammy, who tries to get to a similar spot. Time dwindling, 40 seconds to go.
And again, they're just leaving Kleenex. I don't know if I agree with this. They're just so staggered. You saw it when they spawned up. When Kleenex and Beans got those 2 kills, they all 4 spawned up. 2 went back towards their spawn. 2 pushed the pinch. And it's just been a mess since then. And I feel like all 4, you got to pick away.
I know you're focused on a lot of stuff, but I'm staring at 28 right now. I swear to God, sometime. Oh, dang it! I was so close.
Shouldn't have said anything.
10 seconds to go, though. Can they get it done? The life advantage is gone. Ultra.
They're finding kills. I mean, Ultra aren't necessarily in great positions right now. Kleenex, he's been alive forever. He's still has to wrap all the way back. But Insight rips Snoopy, finds a double onto Awakening, seals the deal for Ultra.
Ultra, dude, 28, 28, 21, 29, bro. That is close.
Still, wait, you're still talking about.
That's close, bro. Sheesh. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm insane. I was really focused on it. But now Ultra, through the defenses, they get it done. No 5th round miracle on offense. Thought it may be in the cards after they get the first point so efficiently. Does Boston Breach, what, up 5 lives? You're in a great spot, but as you said, like, really you're trying to play for that kind of art side street control. They're never able to get it.
I just didn't like it.
Didn't like what?
I didn't like. They were just kind of everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like you have to get.
I was like, what didn't you like exactly?
Out of that spot. At least like try one time. Yeah. You know, as a 4-man unit, you want that spawn. You want to control top ammo. They just, can never get him and Beans pushed up from the street, and you just kind of saw what happened.
A hell of an answer from Inside, who had the kind of dud in the search and destroy. They get the win in the search, and then he bounces back in the map 3. Has a great one, but there were some really nice defensive holds from Ultra. It really came down to their defense. And just avoiding, I mean, they really had what? They had in their second defensive hold, they had one situation that like 3-4 dead, and they had the great play with Joe Deceives from kind of hole, hop down, great timing, they rebroke in. And really, they had the opening moments of that 5th round where they kind of got bodied and got put into a bad spot, but when they need to tighten up defensively, they did. There weren't a lot of like sloppy plays, misplays, over chows, just good discipline.
Yeah, I mean,
Ultra.
Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, good discipline from their subs, nobody over chowing. And well, if they were going to chow, they were doing it together. They were doing it in 2s. Always making sure someone was there for the trade. I mean, other side for Boston, you put together a pretty solid like defense. You only gave up 4 ticks.
Yeah.
5 ticks. Like you take that. It's just you had a really poor offense.
They could not get anything going offensively.
This, I mean, look at the map. Well, it's tough to see right there, but yeah, just all over the place if you were the Boston Breach Arrows.
And that's the kill we get to see from the other POV. You were kind of saying, like, they're not in the best spots. Like, Snoopy's top art, maybe this is your chance for Breach, but then Insight just peels him. I mean, honestly, it's similar to how the Hardpoint got closed out, or sorry, the Surge got closed out with Beans. It's like nasty little snaps. Like, the ARs just making nice individual plays down the stretch to ice up at a big moment. And now you go up 2-1 after losing that first map. So some frustrations in the opening Hardpoint maybe for Ultra, but you're firing back now. A dominant Search and Destroy. Insight with the rebound. 3-2 Vault, and now we get ready for Hacienda. So it's gonna be a Breach try and win both hard points if they can get that to a map 5. They're all too familiar with map 5s. Maybe another one here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. The way that sort of Snoopy and Purge are playing, like, you are still seeing some individual moments from them throughout that. Hacienda is a map where those subs can take over.
They certainly can. We'll look forward to the Hacienda now. It's been, I almost like, thank God they came into the rotation. Like, we needed a map desperately, and it's great to get one of our, you know, I don't know if it's like all-time favorite. It's up there. I mean, it's a great map. It's been great to see it in all modes, but it'll come down to this now for Boston Breach. You know, you talked about the sub duo. Is it just kind of on them? Because they took over in the opening hard point, like, it's just all on them to be big here?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's all on them, but, like, you know, it's sort of like the success we've seen throughout this series, like, feels like when they're getting multi-kills, it's turning into, well, it's turning a lot of time in map number 1.
Oh, it really did. It really did. It was a Snoopy play. It was a Purge play. And obviously the ARs are involved. They help him get those spots. And Cammy had a solid map 1, but the all smiles is kind of gone now. Yeah, you saw they were the vibe squad we were talking about early in map 1 before and after that, but not really feeling great now as you're in a hole. But Snoopy, that's the map 1 he had. 33 kills. Tons of multi-kills like we were talking about that can turn the tide when you're fighting for a specific part of the map. They need more of that from him in this map 4.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times in, you know, sort of these scenarios when these guys are maybe have faces like this on, coaches are in the comms, right? So they're just listening. They're just listening, sort of, hey, this is what they like to do on the breakoffs. This is what we need to do. All right, remember this week in scrims, what really worked for us. It's just a couple little just reminders before this map starts.
You might be right. You might be right. It's just, yeah, it just looks a little different from after the map 1. But
yeah, when they're laughing, yeah.
Yeah. And now Joe Deceives is ready to nap, bro. He is chilling.
He's trying to, like, just do the teach.
Yeah, it's the teach now.
Yeah, it's the lounge. So I'm chilling.
Belly full of crumble, ready to rock into the next map. But out there, looking good. Insight, got to be feeling much better after that. There's the fist bumps. We're ready to go. Map 4 could decide it here. If Ultra can take it, they'll get 3 straight maps. They'll win it to close out the day. Breach, though, hoping that's not the case. Can they get it together here, take both hard points, get us to a final skyline? We know they're capable of doing it, but what do you think about this map 5 just for map 4 for these two teams?
I mean, both of these teams, I mean, Boston's 2-1, Ultra's 1-1. You haven't played it like a ton of times. But yeah, you've had some solid reps here.
What's your gut tell you, Joe? Who's taking it?
I think Boston. That's what my gut's telling me.
All right.
Maybe lying to me, though. Might just be that peanut butter pie cookie.
That thing, you actually got a pie. That was insane. Gonna be going swimming. Hopefully this time we get the sides correct and no one's stabbing each other to start. Looks like I heard a knife for a second. I was like, oh. Now, right into it. Ultra pouncing into the point first. See what Kleenex can do from that. It's really going to rely on his teammates to win some fights top balls, and that's not happening. So Kleenex is straight out of there. He's in the point, and he's right out through under.
Yeah, I got 5 seconds.
Yeah. I'll take my 5, and now there's no one to cover me. I will get out of there. It'll be Snoopy's turn now into the hard point. So we take a look to the sky cam, and it's just, that's a terrifying hard point to be in. You're in the middle of a courtyard, just
lots of windows.
Opening second story everywhere.
Yeah, connectors. Which way are they coming from? Teammates look over me, and now you're in a pretty solid position. Beans, he's on 3 in a row, already 4 on the map. He's gonna back down up though. He wants spawns for P2. And Snoopy, well, this is what he was doing in the first map. We just talked about it. His multi-kills led to some big time. The problem is though, it's just a P1, but they're gonna try to get pushed on forward. Maybe not just spawns for P2, but put pressure on the hill. The only problem is he was alone.
Yeah, you'd like to do that early. You get the strong side start to this, right? If you're Ultra, you have right side spawns at the beginning of the game. You're able to break that quickly. You feel good if you are Breach, but they have a chance.
Yeah, so Snoopy pushed so far up where, yeah, they actually are able to.
And the timing's insane for him, I think it is. Purge is double. He might need all 3. Oh my God. I thought he had like a freebie. I did not realize that person was backsliding. Purge never able to get back to full. Still holding, but a bit of a mess. Bit of a mess.
Yeah, and the only problem is that his teammates died, right? They don't find the kills, and what ends up happening is Ultra spawns right outside of lobby. They just push through fences. They get rewarded with that better spawn, so they're going to take the final 25 seconds. You had a chance there if that was a little bit cleaner. If someone else outside of Purge gets another kill, I think that leaves the time for Boston Breach. Instead, you're able to stay alive if you're Kleenex. The rest of your time goes your way.
Yeah, no, 100%. I thought I was so focused on Purge's pinch, I thought that break was just inevitable. Does not end up being the case, so you kind of get what you want if you're the strong side start. If you're Ultra, you've got a nice little 40-point lead. Now, you're trying to answer back with a hold here at fences. You know how breakable this particular hard point can be. Set up this first push as Beans just is sliding through bullets like he's Neo. Gets through, wins the fight, eats some bullets on his way. Still inside for now is Breach, but not anymore.
Yeah, Wakening finds a double though, so that just pretty much leaves Insight. He's a little bit staggered. All of his teammates are off spawn. Boston should be able to reinforce. They take care of Insight on the point. Now you get Purge on the heady, but the wall bang is on point right now for Kleenex.
You just wish these fences were made of stronger stuff, and it'd be a lot easier to hold. Did so many of the wall bangs coming through. Pistol. Okay, Kleenex hitting it at range. Nice shots out of him to disrupt some of this, but yeah, we mounted a bit of a comeback if you're Breach. Now we get on over to Rock. You've got numbers here early if you're Breach. There's really just the one guy ahead of it's going to be Beans. Well, he gets caught mantling, so now you've got numbers in a big way if you're Boston Breach. All three players up. It's going to be a Lambo side spawn for Ultra. They're also going to be collapsing from Old. Trying to get back into the mix will be Snoopy off a spawn at Boathouse, and he's able to help Cammy, I think, with that first pick. So far, so good for Boston Breach until Joe deceives.
Well, it's always crazy at the Rock.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
Yeah, you thought maybe Joe was going to turn the tides, but then it was another double from the side of Boston Breach.
I was really like, they're in good spot. I'm like, no, they're not. Then yes, they are. All in a matter of 3 seconds. But Snoopy, he was kind of the multi-kill demon for the map 1. Getting it done there too. Purge reinforcing that as well. As they're kind of leading the way for the team. Big Wake. He's having a solid start as well. Lead over to Breach, and we'll see how far they can extend this out with the Rock side hole. But for the most part, yeah, there's been a few contests, but it's been pretty solid.
No, that's really been the key. I mean, they've played their lives very well. Even if they get down to one shot, someone else is challenged, and now they control the map. They can take some of this time if they want to. Yeah, Snoopy's just going to reposition, get on it. And Ultra's playing conservative right now for P2 spawns, but they know they're going to have to get pushed up inside the hallways.
It feels like this is a really good opportunity for Breach, though. Like, you chain Rock into this.
Then you flip it,
then you can flip, and like you can really open up an insane lead if you're able to do it. It's another nice streak from Snoopy. So that's all we talked about really with the map 1. How many, what was like 5 different 5 sprees it felt like. He's on another one now, and the flip is in. They haven't got a lot of time in the P1, but if it turns into a lot of P2, I mean, you'll take it.
You gotta be careful though, yeah. So you get far forward if you're Joe and Insight, and what does that do? So it's just gonna be Cammy all by his lonesome on the other side of the map, and he's gonna get hunted down by a couple of purple players. Gonna take down Beans. Beans not ready for it. Now he's just hoping the team get here if you can.
Maybe he gets a little antsy there. He's just assuming he's gonna get swarmed.
But I think he did his job. He did his job, and Purge rips Insight. What was that?
That's called headshots, dude. Purge with a long-range hitter with the SMG. Gets an AR now in his back pocket and looking to do more damage.
Oh, here comes the pinch, though.
It's going to be all on Purge again to try and pick it up. Maybe he gets that one if he's not stunned, but that's a great pinch and break from Ultra. And you're frustrated because that's Breach's moment to really start to run away with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like someone's watching it. I mean, we didn't see their POV, but Kleenex just slammed to one. So whoever it was in the first gunfight. I mean, probably hits a slide out to the Rock. We've all been there. You get gunned, but somehow now you're right back into it if you Breach. Nobody can hold on to a P2.
No, apparently not. But that's great. I mean, for Breach, you were probably kind of tie game. But due to the fact you're able to break back in, might not be the case. There's another break that comes in, and maybe another break, but Beans' pistol. Nope, it'll still be another break because the close side spawns for Breach. So a chaotic P2 there. Back out defenses we go. Kind of opposite scenario to what we saw last time. It was Breach with the early setup and pretty good constant pressure from Ultra, but they weren't able to turn it into a ton of time. We'll see if Ultra this time can get the hold as they've got the early fences set up. They're in what, like a 30, 40 point hole. Ultra trying to get the swing here at fences. Let's hear the comms from Ultra.
tip her. Nice. Nice shit. Really close out.
Maybe in a jump.
And inner. I'm gonna need it.
He's in the car, Eddie.
He's in the car. He's pretty far. I'm in tip. Sit down. More can dead. Right in. I have your push. Push out. Absolute stuff. Yeah, they're spawning in the back. I'll spawn in the back. I need over else. That's it.
I got it.
One more time. Weak. I'm
Good shit.
Nice shit, bro.
I don't know if we beat them here, bro.
We'll be up as fast as you guys, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. They can be right. Don't go secret.
Put my open, quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna pitch fast.
Already here, already in the rock.
I'm pitching.
One drop. Perch weak. He's close right.
What's on the rock?
Let's do this, dude.
Pinch your rock. Come on. Got two.
Nice.
I spawn deep. Spawn secret.
I'm trying to spawn this.
Spawn line, bro. Yeah. You're good.
Time. I have a spawn. That's got. Come on,
Let's go quick. Let's go quick.
Look, dead. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm one shot.
I've got.
Last guy close. Alright,
Left side. Push out.
Play that side, maybe.
I have all the mid. I'm about to cut off this bro.
I'm looking at you, okay?
Cutting off this quick. All mid. Snoopy, I'm back there.
You're good. Two gates. Two more mid. Come in, Purge.
So
when you hop up this side, open.
you're good.
Two.
How much any?
Back up.
Down this guy, bro. Last two. I'm one shot.
I'm gonna
Weak, nice.
I'm
pushing out dubs, Jimmy.
I'm blocking.
Snoopy dead!
Oh my shit. I'm setting every front. I'm still blocking.
Yeah, I'll get it. Getting it, Ben.
Still blocking, we're good.
I will top dubs.
I'm happy on, okay?
Still Lambo. I think when Zig
Yeah,
was...
my dubs, yeah?
Yes.
It could go TV.
Back
They're
up.
gonna tear us. They're gonna tear us. My pitch flat.
Yeah, low.
Stop.
One low right on me, bro.
Come on.
And top dark. Yo, pinch it off.
The comms were flowing, and so is Kleenex's gameplay. He drops after the 6-3 beat. What a triple from Jonas Seas, a triple from Kleenex. I like the little back and forth. Asking, you got this? Yes. Just some nice chatter there.
I mean, what a life out of Kleenex, honestly.
Yeah.
You never over-chow.
From getting triple swung hauls to that turning into what it did.
Yeah, I mean, you double chow with the teammate all the time. If you want to be a great sub, I mean, that is just picture perfect of what you can learn from.
Yeah, no, I was looking over at you, and sometimes, like, I don't know, you're just like body reactions or how you are. I can tell you were just geeking. Like, you're just, I really like what I'm watching. It was good. It was great gameplay.
It's hard to keep me going, but that one did.
Yeah, no, that was impressive stuff. And now you've got the lead. What, a 30-44 in hole before that to come out of the listen in, and now you've got the advantage. Breach in trouble. Eliminated, obviously, with a loss here. Well, they're still in the CDL. They just get a loss. Eliminated, maybe not the right word. We'll talk about that at the minor next week. This is it. Relegation match, they're gone. But still a very tight one. And now another Lambo about to pop. And the last one was insane. Like, just no one able to hold it.
Well, Beats knew that time. So, I mean, there was a pinch developing. Cammy was going on a long route. Well, Cammy's going to have a free pinch. Yeah, you had a lot of members here. But, again, you don't have hill control. So what's going to happen? This is going to be messy. And Kleenex is already going to be here. I don't know if they're going to be ready for this because he hits a side picket spawn. Let it defense. So, yeah, it's just a quick...
Those are the ones that frustrate me. They're like, all three players are heading for the front. Cammy spawns rock. I'm just like, why, Joe? Like, why we gotta do that? It's just like a free pinch, Joe. Like, all three players are fighting in front Lambo. Why is Cammy?
I didn't see where the breach members were. Like, maybe it was just open.
They were all at the front in the driveway. Everyone's battling driveway. Yeah. And Cammy spawns rock. I don't get it. And it might just be a line of sight thing. They're all looking down driveway, but those ones get me, bro. Just a free pinch.
Well, I think there was one player lobby, though, right? So maybe it could be a weird one, but I hear you.
It's just like, I mean, he literally spawned up and shot someone instantly. Just like, okay. But despite that, you still have a war down the stretch here. But you're right, maybe I could be crazy. Maybe it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was. But it's going to come down to fences now. Breach able to win it with a big hold. They get 3 early. The nade onto Purge maybe buys some time for Ultra to battle back in. It's kind of a race over. Spawning behind them will be multiple box and breach players up towards Boathouse. You've got players on both sides. Now it's Snoopy trying to win it on one side, and he's doing exactly that. What a life out of Snoopy. Considering you're waiting for your teammates to fight back from Boathouse, and you hold the front by yourself. You're still going, by the way. Get me outside the map. Just let me out. I can't jump over it. The athletic ability, not quite there, and they swarm.
But what they did so well in map 1 is sort of like executing after that. They just don't do it here. You don't find the kills. Ultra, you fight on back, and you're going to have to give up the rest of the time. And look at this route from inside. Are you going to read this? Because 7 does spawn out. Snoopy should let his teammates know to turn, but he doesn't. I feel if you spawn Boathouse, that should give you the heads up that someone is pinching lobby. Maybe the Tom isn't there, or someone just doesn't react. So what does that turn into? A free rotation, a rock kill for Ultra.
They can hold for the dub. Breach can break for the dub. Basically a 220 game. Breach come in, Purge, a big multi-kill, and the early setup and hold amounts to nothing. Cammy with 2, Purge with 2. They crack the hold wide open. Now though, the nades start to hit as utility comes in over the top for Toronto Ultra. Cammy's got to hit some shots, trying to set up his teammates to win it. They're still able to keep numbers here. Now 15 away from the win, but second by second, pressure on Ultra, they got to get a break. And there's just not time to take a route for a pinch.
Yeah, but there's another nade hit, so I mean, you're hearing the trophies, but they're just not in those positions, but it just feels like no matter what, Ultra to not break into this hill. There's always one player left or a multi-kill for Breach that gives them a little bit more.
But you can test enough that they can't win it at least, but still, it's a great hold from Boston Breach. You're right, there's always another body, it felt like, or someone that comes up with 2 and keeps you in it. 3 seconds needed now for Breach to push it to a map 5. They just got to get in. Purge able to do just that. Tick, tick, tick. We are done. We're going to a map 5. Boston Breach come up with a big one at the tail end of it. I don't know about the spawn at P2. It led to a little bit of time for him, but the fact is you made the plays at Rock, and that's really what helped seal the game for you.
Yeah, I mean, Purge and Snoopy, just again, they are a terrifying sort of like sub-duo when they get in their flows.
No, they absolutely are. Absolutely are. We set up for a big map 5, but they have been crucial over both of these hard points. A tough sub-duo to shut down. You know, during that listen in and coming out of it, it really felt like Ultra had swung things back to their tide. It was an excellent life out of CleanX, enough that Joe is visibly aroused by that gameplay. But it wasn't enough. Boston Breach bring it back. And now we go to a map 5. And, I mean, it's a team and Ultra's really trying to get back in their groove and search and destroy. They do win the map 2. But you take a look at how this one went, and yeah, not a lot of separation at all throughout.
Yeah, that P2 does help, right? You go from 171 to 213.
I'll have to go watch it back, but I'm telling you, it did not look good.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I agree with you. I just didn't see exactly where players were.
Yeah.
We'll look at
it's so tough in like the live atmosphere. Like it's hard not to it's hard to catch everything as commentators because it's just so fast. And sometimes I'm looking at the gameplay. Sometimes I'm staring at the mini map. It's just back and forth. And that's what I saw. I was like, whoa. But Skyline Search is going to be what closes it out in a big match for either team. I mean, well, I guess. I mean, Breach, you'd still be sitting at 2-1 if you were to lose this, but you got to 3-0 start. It's like them, Vancouver. You got some great starts. It's putting pressure on some teams that haven't had the hottest of starts, right?
Oh, I mean, 3-0. I mean, you should be in a very good spot.
For winners, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it, at least for the map 4. We have one final map coming up. Ultra, Breach, going the distance to close out the night. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Look at it. It's guaranteed. Well, actually, that's bad. Well, talk about things that are easy to do. If you're having the knife hold, that's unstoppable.
Long,
nice.
I
have the door push.
Okay,
wait. Stay alive.
long.
I have the door.
You do 2 front door. Let's get front door. Watch your front. Nice one. Let's get late.
Long. Stay alive,
Get down.
Oh my god. Let's go.
Baby.
We're sweeping them. I promise you.
God. Oh my God.
Listen, where am I looking here? It's Mother's Day, all right? Call your moms, all right? And maybe I'll call them too.
Se ha pegado.
No doble aún.
Ahora en la izquierda, tío.
Me en la izquierda, no ahora, está por medio.
Pícalo.
Steals the record for most kills dropped in a single match. It's 115, and it's Gwyn.
On the collapse, he gets the angle, he gets the kill. His series continues. Gwyn's here.
And yeah, this is in place. A double headshot, 7 in a row.
He is taken over. Maybe just trying to end the Rookie of the Year conversation. Just put himself back in front with just a dominant performance here. Time to go. TJ gonna drop. One has fallen. Second will drop as well. They collapse. Oh, on Gwyn! Of course it's on Gwyn! One player left. Hudson finds it. Gwyn seals the deal with a record-setting series for Gwyn. Gwyn is different.
The 2025 Toronto Ultra Team Pack is available now. Each pack includes home and away operators, as well as this weapon charm to bless your aim with the powers of tilt. Next time you boot up, suit up at the in-game shop.
Ladies and gentlemen, hope you didn't miss us too much. We're ready to go. Joe reviewed the spawn. So I was right. It was not good.
It's not good.
It was not good. It's not good. It led to some time, some big time for Breach. It was a big swing moment, but the fact is they get the spawn, they get the map win, and now we get ready for this 5th and final map, the Search and Destroy to decide it. Pretty dominant in the map 2 from Ultra. Obviously, we're heading to a different map, but Boston Breach some things to work on. And I mean, you just said they were kind of one trick in the sense it was like hit it, play with pace. They weren't finding openings. They weren't finding the first bloods. Probably can't rely on that again.
Oh, we're playing Skyline.
Okay, never mind. Do that again.
Yeah, we're playing Skyline.
Well, no, I mean, you can't beat Thieves versus Vegas where you're hitting 4 through Vault or 4 through Underground, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing here is Ultra haven't played this map at all.
Seriously?
Not once.
Wow. I didn't expect that. Like I guess at this point in the year, like.
I try to get just their auto veto and like.
Yeah, I guess
like this is like a team that like they have creativity. They probably like a little bit more methodical maps. And like, I imagine Insight and Cleaners are probably this is dumb.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have a whole lot of Purge and Snoopy to deal with, I imagine, because they're gonna have to. It's just a 2-story element to it. It's just some of the routes you can take and catch people. Yeah, 3-3. Correct. My bad. Let's see who dictates things early. As well, they take their plan. Snoopy does get the first blood. He's in trouble now, though. I thought nearly a ludicrous kill, but not able to do it. You want him to finesse his life a little more there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're waiting for someone to reposition. Kind of what we just talked about, right? You don't want to solo chow after getting a kill. You still had a lot of time, and your teammates were close, but tries to hit the slide, and yeah, we've seen people kind of win those gunfights. It's just difficult to do. Yeah. He's trying to like get the far slide across the counter and then like kind of do a pop-up and win it. Just doesn't get all the way across. I'm not sure if he's full health yet.
No, I don't think he was. Teammates don't get there. Snoopy drops and Ultra take the first one. Remember, it was what? It was like a 2-2 game in the map too, and then it was 4 straight, I believe, from Ultra. Like once they got a footing, there was a mid-game, not mid-round, but mid-game adjustments. They really started to dominate. Beans, nice stuff out of him early.
Yeah, he gets a big kill on the Purge. Purge is hitting Underground. He wins that one-on-one.
Yeah, if they can stop Purge, he's going to playmaker for Breach and Search and Destroy, but the route taker. If they can shut him down, that'll be huge for him. But now, Breach's crack at the offensive side of things. And this is more of a playing for info, playing for pick type of round out of him. They milk 30 seconds off of this and now start to push forward. Not sure if Purge got spotted, but bomb getting planted now. So 4-on-4 retake. We'll see how Ultra's first look at the retake is. Hello. Purge, well, he's going to get caught and dropped. So far, dealing with him really well. The push comes in pretty well, but we go to a 2 versus 2, 30 seconds to go. Cammy gets the final one. Breach get the win. Thought the retake was looking good for Ultra after that opening pick. What turned the tides?
Well, I think it was Cammy. I mean, was he the player hot tub? Yeah, so he's the player hot tub. He gets into this position, and then, yeah, I mean, once it's into the 2 versus 2, Awakening just has to play off of him. But they line up for Cammy. He's able to get active on the map, just gets the hot tub, watches the cross. Hello.
Honestly, that all happened so fast, I didn't realize he got like the final 2 like that. I knew he got the last kill, but I didn't realize they both kind of line up for him. So nice job answering back for Breach, as both teams get their offensive round win. Cammy with the 2 big ones. Dylan, okay, so they want to meet him here. Breach is aggressive defensively, and well, this time they get what they want. Snoopy dominates it. Purge hits it. Their ability to change pace is going to be big because we didn't really see a whole lot of that map too. Here it feels like, yes, they can find more success kind of playing the way they want to. Like we're playing some jetpack COD.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, let's just play P3 hardpoint over and over again. At the A bomb site, they can do that. Inside left in a 1 versus 4. If you saw Skies is 1v4 in like S&D 8s, it was insane.
Oh, I haven't seen
from
that.
this position. Yeah, it was gross. It's like 2 knives on the staircase, but not gonna happen here.
No, dominant round there from Breach. Snoopy calls round quickly. So now you really got to think about it offensively next time for Ultra. You might be expecting that kind of pressure on defense from Breach. How do you change it up? And, well, how to Breach play next time around? But here's the play from Snoopy. He gets to a spot aggressively early.
Yeah, I mean, Clinic doesn't even check it, right? And then...
well, he's checking it next time.
Yeah, I was say you're going to throw some nades. That's going to probably be the difference maker. Just throw some nades, throw some stuns, hope it's Snoopy doesn't get to that position.
Back and forth we go. A really nice dominant route from Ultra, then a really good one from Breach, and, well, that's going to work out for Ultra. They're into an early 4v2. Maybe catching a nade as it was thrown by one, going to lead to a kill as well.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, nades, like, yeah, they blow up.
Yep.
They certainly do.
Oh, hold up. Okay, never mind, don't hold it. Thought Cammy's pick, maybe a chance to get something going, but not going to happen. But similar to the last round, I mean, that round's decided real quick.
Yeah, like, what I mean is, like, I think in previous games, if you had a nade in your hand, like, the grenade, if it landed on you, wouldn't blow that nade up. Like, I think in this game it does.
Well,
if you have a nade in your hand.
No, I think it blew it up, but it would just give the kill to Beans. I'm pretty sure it would.
That's what it was?
I think so. It would give the kill to Beans. Instead, now it shows, like, as a suicide.
Even with Semtexes? Maybe, but yeah.
No, you might be right.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, just the nade blows. Yeah, so it blows up midair.
Yeah. So I think that just used to in old titles, unless I could be wrong. I think it used to give both those kills to Beans.
Gotcha.
I might be mistaken. I think that's what's caught us this year. It's just like we're not used to it. Honestly, dude, we've casted so many COD titles and stuff changes. I'm talking out of my head. But I think that's how it was. 2-2 now. Cammy tickled a bit. Joe deceived, though, trying to get some revenge in kitchen, but it's still Snoopy's kitchen. He's got knives out, pots and pans galore, and he's cooking up a feast. Beans gets bomb back. He is
crawling. He's low.
Oh, able to pop up and win 1. Quickly traded, though, and now 1 versus 1. Insight, Cammy.
Old teammates. How's it going?
Yep. Just able to push it up and catch it for free. He's holding left. The push comes in on his right. Former teammates, as you said, and Insight, well, just trying to have a better search and destroy than he did in the map, too, and so far he is at 4 and 3.
Nothing better than 1v1s that go like this for you.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell he just had the info. He knew right where he was. Ultra now. Kind of chatting through things. And deal with it a little bit better. I mean, yeah, you still have Snoopy making a presence there in kitchen, but not enough to close out the round. And dude, I swear, like the scoreboard. But at some point,
we got it.
Some point, the tech.
Well, observers have it. They got us.
Thank you. I don't even care about the player POV at this point. Just show me when the scoreboard works. And Purge, I mean, he's been the big struggle here. Like, he plays an important role for this team in Search and Destroy. He is yet to really find success, but due to Snoopy's place, still a decent spot. Cammy, I was about to say, he is a bullet away from that kill. The wallbang will get it done, and Purge, once again, just cannot find the timing. He has tried to work underground, but they have been able to deal with it. He's thinking maybe off of Cammy's pick. There's a rotation that comes in, the opening's there, but it's not.
I'm wondering if the play call is actually to, like, hit through A, and then with Purge, forego B. Instead, yeah, if the plan was to plan A, he should just wait. He would wait in that position, but yeah, maybe just trying to switch it up, go towards that B-bomb, catch them in a rotation instead. It's a 3 versus 2, though, for Boston Breaches. Joe's going to try to make something of this. Cammy, he's just going to try to waste time. And actually, he's just going to chow it. He's going to chow it and wins a huge gunfight now, 1v1.
Cammy not able to win the last one. Can he win this one? And that should do it. There's no time. Just had to make sure he didn't get smoked. Awakening, able to do it. As we saw Cammy at Insight, they had a 1v1 now. Awakening's turn, able to stay up and get it done.
Yeah, because we've seen that sometimes where teams will go A, they'll send one underground. And really what they do is they'll like meet the player up zip. They'll just push through kitchen side because they've given up so much of the map. You've given up catwalk, like your flank is open, so you're just trying to leave it.
I just figure he's trying to find timing to pinch it, like as they.
Yeah, but the timing would make no sense because.
Well, I thought you'd wait a bit longer.
After you get first blood, yeah, you just plant the bomb.
Yeah. I thought Cammy's first blood, like you give it a couple seconds for them to turn heads and then hit it, but it was like instant, right? Like, yeah. So 3-3. No separation yet in this map 5. You've got the numbers and ability to collapse on A very quickly if you are Boston Breach. They've wanted to play aggressively and take control of that, so it's left other parts of the map open.
That's been like their default, right? Just sort of 3 over towards A, just playing behind Snoopy.
But now, as you get deeper into the round, people start to get antsy, reposition. We'll see if Ultra can then find the opening. Right now, it's just an information game. So you did back one up. So there's only 2 players here instead of 3, and this time Kleenex dominates. So kind of that slow, passive game leads to a rotation or reposition from Breach. They didn't have numbers, and Ultra collapsed. Beautifully done. Cammy last up, and he'll get dropped. I like that out of Ultra.
Yeah, I mean,
they just hit it. It might not have gone well.
No, yeah, all 3 players would have been there, but I think then if you're Breach, you almost have to rethink that. If you're going to keep Snoopy and one player there, maybe you just back up together, play a 4-on-4.
Like if you don't get what you want at the get-go, just back up and play the retake. Yeah. Other than maybe just leaving guys out to dry. Now, granted,
this is the mid-game adjustments we kind of talk about. They're going to be knowing this nice defense.
We'll see how they make the adjustment. That was Ultra definitely like, hey, they want to take control of it. Let's kind of lull them to sleep and then strike. And they do an excellent job of that. As they'll go out in front again. Purge trying to leave an impact. He's got a second kill, but the early going's been tough for him in rounds. He is in trouble now.
Been there a couple of spots, and that spot has not worked.
Yeah, it has not. We saw him get plucked by Kleenex in an early round. This time an 8 hits, and then he drops. Cammy and Awakening trying to clutch up 2 versus 3. Cammy gets 1 to bring it even. Cammy and Awakening clutching up. What a big round this could be. All on Beans. He gets fried down to 37, able to get out with his life. Maybe thinking about a reach out, but for now, get back to full HP. Beans now. His turn to try and stop them from throwing this 3v2.
He has juked them because they both look up. They both backed up to bedroom and they're watching the flank.
That's all Beansy. Fleet of foot, Joe. You know this guy's got the absolute beamer to get this done. Oh my God, the timing of this. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of Beansy. Beans gets 1. Second player. Looking to chow. Beans is able to do it. 1v2 for Beans. And that might decide the game. That is a huge one out of Beans, and he bails the team out. You almost throw away a 3v2, but he comes up clutching.
And I was going to give like Cammy props, because in some of these scenarios he's been left in, he's like won some ridiculous gunfights. But yeah, I mean, Beans is already ready for that. He's already aimed in, gets the first shots in. Great read out of Beans. I actually thought it was going the other way. I didn't think he must have saw someone, the second player, slide across.
Yeah.
Because I thought both players got through without being spotted, and it was going to work against Beans. But instead, the timing goes his way.
Bring around the rosy, Joe. You never know how it's going to go. Ultra, though, I mean, honestly, it was what? It was a 2-2 game in the map 2, and then they won 4 straight. Here, 3-3, and now they might just win 3 straight to close it out. It just seems like the mid-game, they've started to get what they want. It's a slow build-up once again. And if you're Breachers, hoping maybe Purge can get something done. It's just everything he's tried has not worked out. Here we go. Clean exits, trying to find a timing. It's wide open. There's a hole in the Breach setup, and now how does this play out? You've gotten B-side control. Nice chow out. Awakening gets melted. Kleenex should be quickly traded. He is. Purge and Snoopy now. They make the play. The super subs over the course of the hard points able to now activate Insight 1 versus 3. Breach, it seems, staying alive for now.
These darn doors are closed.
Yep.
Darn doors. Never opened them. Yeah, I mean, but that's what you kind of wanted to see. I mean, you would love, obviously, to get that first blood, but all 4 players from Breach were there. So you immediately had trades from Snoopy and Persian. They're the 2 who turned the tides. Yet again, Snoopy now up to 11, but they find the next couple of kills. So there's that first blood, and then here come the reinforcements, able to catch Joe Deceives on the bomb. Ready for the second. Purge gets the third in there.
Yeah, Snoopy is having himself a series. Some great hard points, and now taking over in this map 5, but they're going to have to win 3 straight. One part of that done, 2 to go. Snoopy wants to hit it. Gets pushed up here towards A, spotting for info. At least going to see one of the back needs. Going to connect, but doesn't hit him too hard. Still around 70 HP, but that'll hit. Inside a hot tub, able to get the opener. First blood over to Toronto Ultra, and now you're in a tough spot if you are Boston Breach. Gigawake, though, bringing it back. Oh, God, headshot there from Cammy. And we're doing 2 versus 2. That is clean.
Beans and Joe are flying, though. They're trying to catch a good timing here. Well, it just depends. I mean, yeah, Cammy goes one way, they're going the other, and well, they're able to catch Joe. He has the read, just doesn't trust it. He's got another 1 versus 1.
Well, Purge has not had a good map. Beans is hot off the 1v2 a couple rounds ago. Can Beans close it out? Or can Purge finally make the play? Oh, sweet child of mine. He comes up right behind him. Oh, God. Purge is dropped. Beans is the clutch god. And he's got a message. I love it. Beans is fired up. And that is another frustrating loss here for Boston Breach.
What was he saying? Like he won two
1v1s. You know, yeah, I'm saying clutches. I won 2 1v1s.
Yeah, two clutch rounds.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it works in both ways. 2 and 1v1. Get it?
Yeah.
That's definitely what he's doing.
That makes sense. Sign language is crazy.
Yeah, no, I know sign language. Beans 10-6, 11-7 out of Snoopy. You talk about the first bloods, it is lopsided in one direction. 7-3 advantage Ultra. Purge was getting caught a lot early. I mean, he's been great for them in Search and Destroy as well, but he just could find nothing.
Yeah,
I don't put it solely on him, but he just could not find anything.
Yeah, I mean, you see he has 4 first dash. You never want that.
Yeah.
And then him and Snoopy just, it started off